Hello, welcome to our channel, Lifelong English Learning Academy. In this video, I am going to talk about verbs which have different meanings when they are followed by a gerund or an infinitive. Some verbs can be followed by both gerund and infinitive without a change in their meaning. However, there are some verbs whose meanings change when they are followed by a gerund or an infinitive. These verbs are forget, remember, stop, try, mean, and regret. Let's start with forget. Here, there are two example sentences. Did you forget eating 3 hamburgers in 5 minutes when we were in 5th grade? Did you forget to send your wedding invitation to your boss? So, how are these two sentences different? In the first sentence, forget is followed by a gerund. If forget is followed by a gerund, it means something happened in the past, but you have failed to remember or recall it. In the second one, when forget is followed by an infinitive, you have failed to remember to do something that you are supposed to do, which means you have not done it yet. Let's look at more examples to have a better understanding about the difference. I forgot sending her some money and sent it again. So, she got money twice. It means, I sent the money and I forgot that I had sent money. I forgot to send her money. I will do it tomorrow. It means, I did not send the money yet, but I will do it in the future. There are more examples here. He forgot putting his laptop in his car and looked for it in the office for hours. This sentence means that he put his laptop in the car and forgot about it. He forgot to put his laptop in the car. Now he has to go home and get it. Here this sentence means, he did not put his laptop in the car, and now he has to get it from home. Now, let's look at the second verb, remember. We start with two example sentences with different meanings. Do you remember eating 10 cupcakes on your 10th birthday? Please remember not to put any milk into her food. She is allergic to dairy products. These two sentences are different because the one with the gerund means that something happened in the past, and you have forgotten about it, or you are trying to recall it. The second with the infinitive means that either you haven't forgotten to do something or reminding someone to do in the future, or you did not forget to do something you were supposed to do in the past. So, actually forget and remember are same in this regard. Here we have more examples. Do you remember being chased by a cow when we were children? Of course, it was hilarious. You are trying to remember a memory. I remembered to send my application to the university at the last minute. You did not forget to do something you were supposed to do. Our third verb is stop. Here two example sentences with different forms. When did you stop taking your medicine? About 3 weeks ago. When did you stop to take your medicine from the pharmacy? About an hour ago. So, how are these two sentences different? When stop is used with a gerund, it means to end or to discontinue an action that is already in progress, or you decide not to do that action anymore. If it is followed by an infinitive, it means you pause or take a break in order to do something. It indicates a goal or an objective. Let's look at those sentences again. In the first one, the person does not take medicine anymore. The action ended. In the second one, person was doing something, and then that person took a break in order to buy his or her medicine. They stopped talking when their teacher entered to the room. They ended the action which is talking, in progress. They did not talk. They stopped to talk to their new neighbor who moved the neighborhood just a few days ago. Here this sentence means that they stopped in order to talk to their neighbor. Here two more examples. She stopped running when she heard the thunder. It means that she ended the running action in progress. I always stop to answer the call or text when I drive, which means that I stop the car in order to answer the call or text. The fourth verb is try. Here we have some example sentences. Did you try meeting him in person? Maybe you will understand him better. They're going to try to fix the car themselves. Let's look at the difference between the two forms. When try is followed by a gerund, it shows an attempt or effort to do something new or different. We use it to give a suggestion or to see whether an action will work or not. For instance, next time, I will try leaving home earlier. It is like I will give it a try. When it is followed by an infinitive, it means that someone is attempting or making an effort to do something. For example, I tried to reach you several times, but you did not answer. It is like I made an effort to do something. I cannot sleep at nights. You can try drinking herbal tea and reducing screen time before going to bed. You are suggesting something new and giving advice here. She tried to study for the exam, but she couldn't concentrate it. She showed an attempt to do something, but she failed. Our next verb is mean. Look at these two sentences. Traveling the world means experiencing new cultures and learning about different ways of life. She apologized for her words in the meeting. She didn't mean to upset anyone. So, when mean is followed by a gerund, the objective is to signify, define or represent something. In the first sentence, traveling the world means experiencing new cultures. This is how you define traveling or what it means to you. When it is followed by an infinitive like in the second sentence, the goal is to indicate a purpose or an intention. She didn't mean to upset anyone. It is like her intention was not to hurt anyone. Let's look at more examples. Being a responsible pet owner means providing proper care and attention to your furry friend. It signifies or shows the importance or requirements of something. He's always making jokes, but I don't think he means to offend anyone. His intention or purpose is not to hurt anyone. Being a good listener means paying attention and actively engaging with others. It shows the requirements or a definition of being a good listener. She meant to take a gap year after high school, but her parents did not let her do it. Her intention was to take a gap year. It indicates a purpose. The last verb is regret. She regrets quitting her job without another one lined up. I regret to inform you that you could not pass the driving exam. So when do we use these two different forms? We use regret with a gerund when we feel sorry or remorseful about something that had already happened or hadn't happened in the past. Like in the example sentence, regrets quitting her job means, first she quit her job in the past, and now she feels sorry about that. When it is followed by an infinitive, it shows that we feel sorry or remorseful about something that has not yet happened, or something that is yet to be done in the future. Like in the second sentence, regret to inform means that, I feel sorry about what I am about to say. She will regret not telling the truth about her feelings. She did not tell her feelings in the past, and she will feel sorry about not telling the truth. I regret to tell you that your son will not attend to our school next year. Generally, we use it to give bad news. I am sorry to tell you what I am about to say. We have covered 6 verbs whose meanings change when they are followed by gerunds or infinitives. Now it is time to test yourself. You will see 12 questions in total. You need to choose the right option. You have 30 seconds for the first 6 questions. Then you will see the answers and I will explain them shortly. After the first part, you will see another set of 6 questions. Again, you will have 30 seconds to answer. If you need more time, please pause the video and take your time. After 30 seconds, I will give the answers and explanations shortly. I wish you good luck. Let's look at the answers. I forgot to bring my phone charger with me. Can I use yours? I failed to remember to take my charger. That action did not happen in the past. They regret not saving enough money for their retirement. They did not save money in the past, and now they feel remorseful about it. I need to stop procrastinating and start working on my project. I should end the procrastinating action, and I should not continue that action anymore. I did not mean to hurt your feelings. I was just trying to help you. My intention was not to offend you. I remember feeling nervous before giving my first presentation at work. Then I get used to it. You experienced something in the past, not you are recalling it. We should remember to use sunscreen before we leave the house. This is like a reminder to ourselves to do something in the future. Let's check the answers. I regret to tell you that your project has been cancelled by the board. I am sorry about what I am about to say. They stopped to buy some groceries on their way home to make dinner. They were coming home and took a break in order to buy some food. I forgot scheduling my dentist appointment, so I missed it, and now I have to wait for a month to see my dentist. I scheduled my appointment in the past, and I forgot about that. You can try cooking at home to be healthier. You suggest something new. You want other person to try it. They tried to buy a new house in this country, but they could not afford one. They showed an intention, made an effort to do something. Helping others means sharing your knowledge and resources to improve their lives. The importance of helping others, or it is like a definition of it. This is the end of our video. I hope I could help you to clarify the topic a little bit. Please subscribe. Thank you.